Hey guys, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. Today we are looking at the See All Nite sight. This is a tritium fiber optic sight, a magnified tritium fiber optic sight that's really like nothing else out there on the market. I found it to be pretty interesting. The guys over at See All, I saw them down at SHOT Show 2016 and was really interested in their optic. They offered to send me one to try out, play with, so I have it here on my Remington 870. Now this is not limited to shotguns. You can easily put this on top of an AR. You can also use this for any number of pistols, but this is definitely a versatile little optic. Again, it's more of a sight than it is an optic because it's not so much a series of lenses that you're looking through as so much as a single lens, and that magnifies both the tritium and the fiber optic that's up here in that little reticle that you have. And so it's a little T reticle, and we'll see if we can get a good look at it in camera. And there's the T, you can just barely see it there. And that's what you see as the shooter. And that T, where that T crosses, that is your point of aim. And you can adjust this for windage and for elevation to get it as spot on as you need it to be. Today, I put some slugs on paper to see where my point of impact was. I was pretty happy with it. It was a little bit low, but for shotgun, it's not bad at all. I could definitely do some adjusting and make that a little bit finer and have that point of aim or point of impact matching up perfectly with my point of aim. But as it is right now, for the type of shooting I want to do with this gun, I think it's fantastic. Now in a second, I'm going to give you a look at how that optic mounts onto your Picatinny rail, and I'll also talk briefly about their other optic. But right now, I just need to put a little bit more lead on this steel. How about that guy right there? Installing your See All sight onto a Picatinny rail is very simple. Here's my Remington 870 with a UTG Picatinny rail on top of it. And what we have for the original See All sight, as you can tell there, is a channel on the bottom of it where that slides onto any Picatinny rail. And then we have two screws, which I think you can also see, which will cinch it down and kind of give you that vertical pressure to hold it in place once you slide it into the position that you like. And you can see those two screws right there. Here's the Allen wrench that we use to tighten it down. So sliding it in works just like this. Reach the position that we like, and then we just tighten down those two screws right there until we have that in position nice and tight. Installing the new tritium lit See All sight is also very simple. And you can see that we have a little plate here that tensions down on one side of the rail, as well as one right here that is part of the mounting base that also kind of holds that into place. And then this long screw right here that locks in to the actual ladder position that we want. And so we just simply lay that on top of the Picatinny rail like so, opening up those two plates, lay it down till we find a position that we like on our Picatinny rail, and then we simply begin to cinch that down. Pull that plate into place, might make it a little bit easier for us. And then we just start to cinch that down, holding that screw and cranking on that knob. And once again, you can get that a little bit tighter by taking your Allen wrench and just kind of wrenching that down. And once you've done that and gotten to the point that you like it, these sights are totally installed and totally ready to go. And look at that, I got two See All sights on my shotgun. Man, I'm gonna be extra dangerous. Now I gave you a look at the See All Nite sight. Now here's a quick look at the See All open sight, their original sight, which is also still available. The big difference is that this one is simply a magnified fiber optic, whereas the one I showed you initially is magnified fiber optic with tritium. So I think that you can see the magnification in there, and your reticle, which doesn't want to show up. There it is. Little triangle there, and that's your reticle as opposed to that T reticle that you saw on the Nite sight. So that little triangle reticle is actually pretty nice, and I found that to be very quick to acquire. It's a big black triangle, and all you do is just put your target at the very tip of that pyramid. And again, very, very easy to use, very, very simple and quick. And I'll have links to, by the way, to both of these sights in my description down below. But that is the Nite sight right there and the open sight. They're both pretty darn good. I'm finding them to be pretty durable in the testing that I've done so far. I'll probably keep playing with them for a while, and I'll let you know if I find any issues, but so far I really like what these guys are doing. The prices are not too bad, and it's just a really unique product. It's very, very cool. So I hope you'll check it out. I'm the Late Boy Scout. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you guys later.
How you doing? I'm Craig, and right now I have the See-All Nite. This is a new gun sight. What makes this gun sight stand out different is we use a magnifying lens to focus the reticle here. The reticle has a crosshair on it with a vial of tritium.